Hello, my beautiful angels. Yes, you are my beautiful angels. Okay, and you may not feel like an angel as you're watching this video because so many thoughts just keep rambling in your mind right now, and I know the feeling. Okay, this is actually my second time filming this video, and the first one I was really so ungrounded in that, and I really wanted to recreate that same message but with a more grounded sort of uh bigger perspective, or yeah, larger perspective, because I feel like you're in the middle of this some sort of chaos right now, and so you may not feel like an angel right now. So in order to ground this message, let me light some Palo Santo. Look at my scented candle right now. I'm gonna light my Palo Santo from that. The color orange could be very significant right now. Yeah. And orange signifies self expression. You could be feeling very halted in your sense of self expression right now, but you know what I think? You know what I think? It's only as early as tomorrow, you're gonna feel different. Well, not 127 on the timer, as I said that. You're gonna feel different. And I know it doesn't feel like that right now because I get it. You're crying and everything. You're bed rotting. But let me cleanse your energy first. Yes, get a whiff of that Palo Santo just to ground your energy, our energy right now. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough. So, if you're watching this video right now, this is actually, well, the video that I filmed yesterday was my birthday video to be filmed. So, today is the day after my birthday, but I still have my birthday energy going on right now. Okay. So, there's a large significance why I mentioned my birthday in here, because birthdays are such huge milestones, right? It's a signal that a year has passed again. And this can create a lot of mixed emotions for everyone, especially for me as well, because especially when I feel like I'm so stuck in my life, I feel so it birthdays feel like a loud declaration of my unfulfilled milestones and unmet self expectations, and whoever you are, you're resonating with that. You have such a high standard for yourself. You expect so much from yourself. And you know why? Because you are so self-aware. And so you hold yourself to such a high standard because of that. Yeah. hmm And while that is a very good thing, being this self-aware, and I'm gonna hold your hand as I say this, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You don't need any more self-awareness, okay? What you need right now is not more self awareness. You don't have to wait or to search or find for another epiphany, for another shift in your energy, for another revelation to come at you, okay? Because here's the thing, and I know this is gonna hit hard for someone out there. Whether someone is self-aware or not, they're still gonna experience life, and it doesn't really make their life much deeper or not if they are self-aware or not. Like, they still go through the exact experience. It's just the difference of, if you are self-aware, you are aware of how deep the experience is. But still, for someone who will go through the same experience as you, who are not that self-aware, they will still experience the same thing, and probably they will, and here's the hard part as well, they will probably enjoy all the blisses of it. It's some sort of ignorance is bliss type of energy, you know? And you are not ignorant, okay? You always seek meaning in things. You always find the perspective, the perception, the meaning, the behind the veil. And while that is a very very beautiful thing, it creates this sort of also destructive patterns and cycles of overthinking and overwhelming yourself with such very 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 anxious and depressing feelings. And I just want all of us to take a moment for you, because I know that what you're going through right now is so hard. It's so hard. This Mercury retrograde, that when I'm filming this, it's about to end. Mercury retrograde in Cancer. The previous month has been such a whirlwind for you. A roller coaster of emotion. It even feels like it disrupted you off of your path. It almost shaken you up, not even just a little bit, but it shook you up, all your sense of self, your sense of direction, sense of meaning. It almost felt like that. And while all of this is going on with you, you feel like nothing, no signal, no signs from the universe if you're on the right track. You feel so alone. You feel so just by yourself. You feel so directionless. You don't feel like you have a purpose or meaning anymore. And that's what really happens when Mercury is in retrograde, because you tend to just reflect like a lot about your past experiences. It's just very retrospective and introspective. I don't know which one of it is, maybe both, but yeah, very retrospective in nature. And that also creates a cycle of overthinking for you, and that is hard, really, for anyone to go through anything like that. But you don't need any more self-awareness, my love. My love, your awareness is still with you, whether you cling to it or not, whether you aspire to have it or not. I read this I heard this message from a YouTuber as well. I cannot remember his name, but maybe he will come up as well on my other videos. But no amount of esoteric wisdom is gonna fold your laundry. No amount of knowledge that you can gain from spirituality is gonna make you richer, I guess, or make you more abundant, physically speaking. But it is the action that you really 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 take in the physical sense, because knowledge gained is does not equate to knowledge embodied. Just because you are so self-aware of the cycles, of the patterns that you are undergoing, doesn't mean that you are not stuck to it anymore. It only means that you are hyper aware of it. It does not make you really get out of the hamster wheel, except if you really do get out of the hamster wheel. And so the big message in here as well is that if you feel like you're being tested by the universe, you're not. I mean, it may feel like it, but the universe is actually giving you the opportunity to prove to yourself, to prove to your mind that you actually have changed already, because you're gonna take specific decisions, different decisions than the ones that you would maybe choose if you are still the same person. So being in this same circumstances, same patterns, and you choosing differently, that registers to your mind that you are now a different person. And that's not really a test. That's not exactly, I mean, that may, yeah, that may feel like a test, but what if it is an opportunity? What if it is the blessing that the universe gives you to not really prove yourself to it, but I guess prove yourself to yourself that you have changed. Because one of the biggest disappointment in life as well is you having this certain expectations about yourself, about your growth, about your direction. And when you feel or when you see that nothing has really changed in your life, that's gonna create some resistance or friction from you, and you're gonna cry like, oh, I haven't really changed. I haven't really changed much as a person. And that also ties back into the birthday blues that we feel, because maybe you compare yourself to the previous versions of you years ago or a year ago, and you realize that nothing has really ever changed, and you may be wondering like, oh my god, did I really ever change? And so if you feel like you just have this really big resistance in your life, it is an opportunity for you to choose differently. It's not the awareness of it, it's not really your awareness that's gonna make you change, it's the action. It's not really the information that you gain that are gonna change your life, but it is the action that you take from gaining that information. And I know that you know this already, but you know what it is. Here's the actual message as well. Because I know that you know that already, and that was a hard lesson for you, okay? And when I was filming this from my first trial of filming this, I was so in my head, like I was kind of rough in that. Yeah. So maybe also check in with me. Let me know if you want some straightforward, blunt, rough way of communicating or a much gentler one. And this one is a much more gentle, I guess, type of message. But yeah, let me go back to the actual message in here. The actual message in here is that, my gosh, I really hope that this uplifts you, because the, how do I word this? The distance between you gaining information and you executing an action based on the information that you have gathered is not so far from each other. The distance between the two of them is not that far from each other. You know what I mean? To other people, when they gain information, that it really takes them a very long time before they actually realize that it is a lesson that they really need to sink into their mind. Like, and it takes a very long time before they actually take action on that knowledge. But here's the thing with you: you gain knowledge, you gain information, and you execute it. That is what's so magical about you. And I think that you don't even recognize this about yourself, because when you, because here's what's making you down as well, because what I was talking about earlier, you were kind of in your mind, right? In your self awareness. Oh, I have to be so self aware. And now you have come into the message that you don't need any more self awareness. You don't need any more of that. What you're actually doing is wrong. No, what you're not doing, what you're doing is not wrong, okay? Just in moderation of that. Like, you don't have to be so clingy into it. But the message in here is that upon you, because you may be also sulking and being so sad, like, nothing I ever do is enough, there is always more to do, there is always something that I'm doing wrong. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe that's how you feel. And I really get you, my dear, my beautiful angel. I get you, okay? I get you. You just want to do things right. You just want to do good things to the best of your knowledge and abilities. But the thing is, now that you know better, and now that you know better that you don't have to abuse your self awareness, you don't have to abuse your awareness, your observing nature. You don't have to abuse it anymore. Now that you know that, you execute it. Like, if this is the first time that you're coming across this message and you have no idea that that is what you have to do, I bet you, I would even bet my life on it. Okay, maybe that's kind of too much, but anyway, I would even bet that tomorrow is gonna be a different day for you. If today, tomorrow, I mean, if today you were sulking on because nothing I ever do is enough, etc., etc., tomorrow, now that you've learned this information, now that you have gathered this information that I'm saying, you're gonna execute it tomorrow, and tomorrow is gonna be a different day. It always does get better for you. You know why? It always does get better for you because you always choose differently once you know better. That is what's so beautiful about you. Yeah, and I'm not just rubbing you, just so that you get so flattered. No, that's what's so beautiful about you because you just can't turn a blind eye once you learn of something. It really bothers you a lot. It would really bother you a lot if you don't take action when you already know better. That is what's so beautiful about you. I feel like that's the message. Yeah. Is that it, Spirit, or you want to say something else? Yeah, because as much as you're an information gatherer, you're a forward thinker, you're an action taker. Okay? You're an action taker. Don't even feel like you're just a passive civilian of life. No, you are actually a student of life who's very active because once you know better, not really better as in there are better ways of doing things, there are better ways of doing things, of course, if you don't choose differently, the worst case is you just end up exactly where you are right now, right? But wherever you are, you know to yourself what you want. And so if you have gathered an information, even if it's something that's different to what you currently have in mind right now, you remain open to it and you take action from that place. You're not static. You are not static. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm getting a different message as well. So, if you're feeling just so down in the lumps right now, I'm hearing it's because maybe you haven't found a new meaning yet to discover in your life. Maybe you have some sort of completion in finding meaning in the previous stage of your life, in the previous iteration of your life, like just the one that you have left behind or let go of in the past, in the recent past, I want to say. And now that you are stepping into this new version of yourself, new phase, new season, now that you are in here, you have a different meaning. You have a different purpose. Your meaning, your purpose in life, it was never static. Girl, bro, static is not the word to describe you. You are such a dynamic person to even have a just a singular purpose or meaning in life, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, I love this for you. I'm gonna cry. Literally. Okay, maybe not literally. Yeah, you are such a dynamic person that your meaning change, your purpose change. And so if you're ever feeling so depressed even, that's because maybe you haven't found the new meaning that you are about to embark on, or you haven't realized way that the ways that you can do in order to find that meaning. If you get me, you get me. Okay, so it feels like I'm just rambling right now. I think the message has really ended there. Is there anything else for it? Oh, yeah, by the way, new nails. You know why? Birthday. Me. Yesterday. So wish me a happy birthday, won't you? Yeah. And here's to a year of no expectations, but happy surprises, I guess. Because we are done setting such high expectations for ourselves. We never really have to rush in life. We can slow down because life, buhay ay di karera. That is Tagalog word for life is not a race. Yeah, I just love talking about this with you. So, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. I believe in you. And I support you. That is my signal to end this video. I will see you soon. Bye.